We've untapped mana. I thought 6 was the max. We tried clicking it more. Oh, it only costs 4, and we had to discard 6. I see. I get those two mixed up with that dumb card. Always costs 4, and then it just equals the amount you discard. I mean, it's a big mill, right? And that's only with one. Hey, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game again. Today, we are playing with a Temur mill deck. Not your average mill. We're having a lot of fun and doing it in a new and unique way. So just a heads up there, don't hate me, but we got to do our best. You know, we do 2 new decks a day. We're just having fun at this point, doing whatever our inspiration tells us. Of course, if you do find any value within the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content, and of course, tell all your friends about us, right? So getting right into it, if you're not interested in the deck strategies, the synergies, you know, the reason why all of the cards were chosen to be included in the deck, grab that little slider. There's a chapter function that tells you right when the gameplay starts. Of course, on your way, you do have to like and subscribe, though. Getting into the deck for the rest of you, 4 copies of the Rune Crab. I know you're familiar, a 0/3 with landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards of your opponents. This is absolutely insane, and I feel personally like this card has a, I don't really know how to describe it, but maybe a little bit of a lighter atomic weight, you know, unmeasurable to us really, but somehow it sifts its way to the top of your library seamlessly every single game. I feel like the Bone Crusher's atomic weight's a little light as well. Let me know what you guys think about that conspiracy in the comments below. But, you know, it is a mill deck, so we're basing it around the Rune Crab. It gets most of our mill done, but it's not the main mill engine. You're going to have to wait on for that. 4 copies of our Magmatic Channeler, a 1/3, and as long as there are 4 or more instants/sorceries in our graveyard, the Channeler will receive +3/+1, creating a 4/4 beast of a wizard. So, you know, it's a great defender, it's a good attacker. Plus, we can tap it to discard a card, exiling the top 2 cards of our library, and then choosing one of them to play this turn, which is really cool. So, you know, we're getting through our library at an expedited rate. Maybe we need a land on top of the crab. Maybe we're just looking for another crab, right? So, good things here, and we're actually banking off the discard, which we'll touch on in a little bit. 4 copies of See the Truth. Now, this combos with the Channeler in an absolute magical way. It's a sorcery speed spell, so you are casting it on your turn. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of those cards into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order, or any order, actually, in fact. And if this spell was cast from anywhere other than your hand, you know, the Channeler's ability, casting it from exile. Woof, what happened here? My camera. Oh, we're back. So anyways, a little bit of an outtake there for you guys. So if we're casting it from anywhere else, we actually get to put all of those cards in our hand instead, rather than just taking one and then throwing the other 2. And we can do that by casting See the Truth via the Magmatic Channeler. So, you know, tap your Channeler, discard something, play See the Truth from exile, draw 3 cards. Really, really cool stuff. Anyways, into our 3 drops, we have 4 copies of our Glasspool Mimic. This is a 0/0 that enters the battlefield as a copy of a target creature that we control. We're copying the crab. 9 times out of 10, copy the crab. The more crabs you have, the more broken this becomes. And where, you know, we really start to turn on the jets is with Teferi's Tutelage. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card, then discard a card. So, you know, a little bit more of a discard for us because we are banking on that within the Everwise, which we'll touch on again in a second. And more importantly, whenever you do draw a card, target opponent mills 2 cards. So the idea of this deck is to draw a bunch of cards and then make our opponent mill twice as many cards. So great stuff there. 4 copies of Rielle the Everwise, a 0/3 that receives +1/+0 for each instant and or sorcery in your graveyard. And then whenever you discard 1 or more card for the first time each turn, draw that many cards. So, you know, the Channeler can discard like we talked about. Teferi's Tutelage can discard like we talked about, helping us to draw even more cards. The great thing about the Channeler is it can be done on our opponent's turn because Rielle is each turn. So you can do general discard on your turn, maybe through the Tutelage, and then you can use the Channeler on their turn. Again, just cycling through your deck, getting the draw through the Everwise. Really good stuff there. And now, as we begin to really break this base of a deck, the Song of Creation and enchantments for 4, and you may play an additional land on each of your turns. Playing multiple lands on one turn on top of your crab is absolutely crazy. I was going to say insane, but it came out in crazy. That's a new word for us today. And at the beginning of your end step, discard your hand. This is meant to be a downside to the card, but again, we're taking a downside and we're turning it to an upside or a positive via Rielle the Everwise. You know, if we discard 6 cards, we're going to draw 6 cards, which is really cool. The only thing we need to make sure of is that it's the first time this turn. We have to play the Tutelage on a different turn than we're going to expect the big draw from the Song of Creation. We have to make sure to not activate the Channeler, right? Because we want to be discarding our hand, which we don't get a choice on. This happens regardless if we've discarded or not beforehand. So do not discard beforehand. The creation will throw your hand away. Rielle will redraw, and that's absolutely amazing. And again, these redraws will trigger your Teferi's Tutelage for big time mill. And then, you know, we have creatures. We've got a Rune Crab, we've got a Channeler, we have the Everwise, we have the Mimic. We can play Ashaya, Soul of the Wild. It turns all of those creatures into land. Again, that's like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially higher if we're stacking those creatures. All of those become land. That's a big mill, right? That is a absolutely massive mill on top of an already aggressive mill. So, you know, the Ashaya is basically just super duper jank sauce on top of these mill pork chops. And, you know, if that wasn't enough, we got a little jank spice as well within Genesis Ultimatum, as if the deck wasn't busted enough, you know. For 7 mana, sorcery speed, look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put any number of permanent cards from among them into the battlefield and the rest into your hand, and then exile the Ultimatum. You know, worst case scenario, it's 5 lands, and, you know, the crab goes absolutely insane with the mill. And, you know, you could play Tutelages, you could play your Song of Creation, you know, even getting your Soul of the Wild in play. So the Ultimatum is not like playing Terror of the Peaks and Ugins, but it is, you know, doing its job still. So a very strong deck for a mill. It's not a rogue deck, and you know, I think we even might have beaten rogues a few times today with it. So, you know, we do go on a little bit of a tear with it, which is cool, and it just goes to show you how powerful mill is. You're never supposed to have a positive win rate with mill, but you know, we're able to do it today thanks to Teferi's Tutelage. Whenever we draw a card, opponent mills 2 cards. Rielle is a massive draw engine for us. The Song of Creation is an insane draw/ramp engine. You know, playing multiple lands on the crab, drawing more things each time you play a spell. So, you know, really cool stuff here for you guys within the deck. If you found any value, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell all your friends about us. Of course, we're here twice a day with new YouTube content, exclusive content for those who support us by becoming a YouTube membership, so or a YouTube member. So if you want in on that, get yourself a membership. And with that out of the way, thank you guys all for your time and attention. I really appreciate it. Wishing you a happy holidays. I'm really stumbling my words today. This might be a new best, a new bar to set. Regardless, thank you. Happy holidays. Enjoy the deck, and we'll see you for our wrap-up thoughts in a few minutes, all right? Okay, you know, crab magnetically straight to the top. Love it. Three copies of Rielle. That's too much. That's too many. Maybe there's removal. I imagine this is a Temur control deck. Could be Zorius, I guess. Who knows? Maybe Esper. Go wild with it. Use Abzan. Yeah. Temur control. Bye-bye, crab. Esper. We pull the trawler. Okay, very interesting. They're using sideboard, too. We need a third land in a big way. Maybe they brick on land, and they're upset with seeing the crab. That's our best bet. Or we draw land. Both of those are great options for me. You know, they're using an oversized deck, of course. They always are. TikTok roping us. I love it. So salty. Mmm. Delicious. I'm a big sodium guy. I like it. That's not a land. That's our 4th copy of the Everwise, which in this case is 3 times 2 Ys. Wow. I can't even. I can't even. It's too much. Way too much. I can't deal with it. And we're being roped. So we're bricking, we're being roped, and we're flooding with duplicates of a legendary in our hand. That's awesome! This is you know, just win-win-win. Nothing but power here. Toss Rielle. Oh wow, some lands. Lucky us. Gee, thanks. No attacks. Rielle is in play. You know, I bet she's removed right now. If not the whole field. Shatter the sky, baby. You know, an odd extinction event. No, it's a birthplace. Interesting. The plot thickens. The plot thickens. Casket on Rielle. Okay. Ooh, casket on Crab. Better yet. We're gonna draw a land here. Toss our Thunder Raptor. There's got to be a land here somewhere. Like, there's no way we can brick this hard. That works. I hope we... We still need to play it. If they play their casket, they don't have a wipe. We can toss Rielle for a draw, but I think we'll toss the Raptor instead. Skyclave on the Crab. If they took one, they'll take the other. Oh. Interesting. This isn't a draw. This is just like a look at, right? Yeah, They go into exile. Play it out. That's a good pickup with the Skyclave. Wow, and a Banishing Light. This guy's psycho. Oh, we lose a Tutelage. That sucks. This is instant speed, but I kind of just want to do it right now. Would have been cool to have a Tutelage in play for that. LOL. We have a nice hand, though, to do the rest of the match with, and we get to hit for 4 or kill their defender. The only downside is we've tossed so many Rielles at this point. If there is a wipe, we're not going to get one back. We have a Tutelage back, though, which is nice. We lost one to Exile. They took one to Exile. And we've got one in hand. So maybe one more in deck, I believe. Yep. 3.33% chance to pull said Tutelage. We can blast this thing. Pull a red source, I guess. We need this Tutelage to pop off, so it's got to get into play. We can cycle on their turn. Let's just get the Channeler in play. It's a pretty big body. They can play Yorion, take Rielle with the casket. But then I guess, you know, we're probably going to get the Channeler back. And they'll take Rielle and a crab. But then they don't want to give out this other crab either. Right, so I think we'll get the Channeler back. We'll see. It's awkward. They've got some stuff to do. They have 7 available mana. Okay, Rider on the Channeler. That's 3 mana. Down to 4. They could play and then bounce Yorion. Right? Put their 5th land out. No, into the sideboard. Pulling a wipe. Destroy all permanents? What are they pulling with this? They have to reveal it as well. Right, we do get to see it. We get 1 turn to prepare. For all they know, we have counter mana, though. They're at 39 cards. Dance of the Mans. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. We only have 6? Oh, because this is... yeah. We can make them draw too, but I don't think that's a good idea. I like cards. We've untapped mana. I thought 6 was the max. We tried clicking it more. Oh, it only costs 4, and we had to discard 6. I see. I get those 2 mixed up with that dumb card. Always costs 4, and then it just equals the amount you discard. I mean, it's a big mill, right? And that's only with 1 Tutelage. So we get another mill for 12 here. We're getting through the deck. I bet they love that. They're gonna love that. A double Tutelage. Let's push up Rielle to 9. Mill for another 4. I think that's game. Unless this dance somehow saves them. It would be cool if this was our first discard. I think this Dance of the Mance is going to be very aggressive. Very, very aggressive. But look how close we got. Down to 5, man. They are down to 5. Good match regardless. We're ready to, like, end it in a... We could mill so many cards next turn. It's ridiculous. Double creation. We could mill ourselves next turn. Right? All cards must go. I think it's the equivalent of just, like, flipping the table. Screw this game. We're gonna see a really good Dance of the Mance, though. You know, Rielle's gone, Crab's gone, Tutelages are gone. We have 2 more Crabs in the library. That's really all we have. Okay. They should have casketed the creatures and Elspeth. Oh, they got 2 Banishing Lights too. I see. Okay. Thought there was only 1. I was like, they left us a Tutelage? That's crazy. They take everything. Interesting, hey? Interesting, hey? That's game. Stone Creation lets us double play land. We could even make them draw there. Woo! We're doing it. We're doing it. Our opponent goes first. That's fine. Passage to a crab. If we don't pull it. Ooh. It's not an island, but it is good. I don't care if they know we're playing islands. They already know what it is. Decent. They probably have removal, but they're going to spend it on the crabs here. Oh, and we can't play Rielle unless we pull a red source. So it might be the Tutelage. No, we get it. Some nice pickups there. Right? ECD, Nightmare, ECD. Of course, they remove Rielle, but then the crab's still a threat too, right? They do take the crab. Nice. Let's get rid of the creature killer. They mill 2, we draw, they mill another 2. Take the hit. Song is ready to be played, or if they play a creature, we can use Channeled Force. Both work very well. Okay, that's alright. As long as there's, you know, not another Mire's Grasp. I beg of you. Okay, so this is nice. Land and play. This is instant speed, which is nice. Let's just go for it. I wanted to remove the creature, but let's just go for it. Trying to crush through their deck now. If we can get one more turn, I think we're in a really good spot. Nice. So Myers Grasp on Rielle. Sucks, but whatever. We can kill Lurrus. Easy. Settle down. Nice. Let's kill Lurrus, just right out of the gate. They're down to 44. We can only play one crab, which sucks. Unless we draw... Yeah, we do. Perfect. We can double play lands because of Song. They have a big library to go through, right? Playing Yorion. Another land. Alright, just going crazy with the crab shenaniganzos, and you know, we may as well push this as well instead of removing that, I guess. Another mill for, what, 4? I guess it doesn't matter. A lot of land. If we had Rielle, that would have been very cool. They blasted her, though. They're down to 22 cards in their library in an 80-card deck. So we're doing work. Right, they would have been milled out already, basically. And they just stopped a mill of, like, 7. Down to 11. That's fine, I don't care about the 2/2 zombie. Nice. That triggers the draw. Just dealing 1 damage. Keeping as much mana open as we can. The land is great. Our opponent has to mill more. Doing what we do best. I wish we could play this. We can't until next turn. And even now we can't. Because we have to discard it, so... Let's just use the crab power. Another 6. Another 6. It's too much. It's too powerful. They're down to 4. If we can pull a non-land off the top, that's great. If it's a land, that's fine too. Look at that pile of cards we've gone through. Holy macaroni. Alright. We get the crab back. But then they mill something else. They just gave us another blocker. right? So they can't attack. And they take the tutelage, because it's confirmed mill. That makes sense. A passage to close the game out. Are you serious, Sploosh? Hello, good game, my friend. Woo! We go first. The land looks great. I mean, we do have a pretty helpful 2-drop if we want. Skipping our 3-drop for our Triome. Maybe not. I was gonna go Channeler, but now that I want to get Everwise out immediately. It needs to be a Heartless Axe or something. I'm sure they have it. Okay, Frantic Inventory. So it's probably the Temur Control Ashaya variant. Hopefully not so many rogues. But that means lots of removal, which also sucks. Come on, bruh. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. They're gonna hold up mana and interact with us on our turn. Nope. Doing an instant speed. Draw at sorcery speed. Now we know that there's no counters. We're good to go. Should we look for a crab? Hit for 1. Sure. If they play any creature, we can blast it. Even if we just use it as the draw. Right, because we discard 3, we draw 3, and we draw 3 from Rielle. So it's really like draw 6. Of course, we do have to survive because they've got 4 untapped mana and 7 cards in hand, so... Yikes! Here comes the removal. Whatever. Their 3rd inventory? Wow. Talk about luck. They're totally tapped, though, and they've got a discard here. Whatever. There's no creatures, so let's toss the raptor. Casting See the Truth from our library. We had to take all of them into our hand. Grab and play. Passage in play. Let's crack our passage. Doesn't really matter, let's spread it out. Let's take another draw. We have 5 mana, 6 and 7. I sure would love the Seagate Restoration. Let's take our song, though. I feel like that's smarter. Start double playing. Priority lies on the crab because of the mill. All right, so they'll try to take that away from us, I bet. No, they leave the crab. Interesting. They're down to 35. They're gonna kill the crab too, I think. No. Land in play. Creation. Let's just keep milling them. You can take a blue source here. Not that it matters. Going as crazy as we can with what we have. We really are relying on top decks now, though, because Song of Creation's in play. All right, let's pray that we pick up some goodies off the top. We have 7 land in play. Another Song of Creation into 3 Rune Crabs. Ooh. The plot thickens. This needs to be countered, but we still get the draw of 2, which is nice. It needs to be countered, yeah. Okay. That's fine, though. We still draw. Ooh, straight into the story. Down to 21. Let's help it all along, right? Spray Tutelage is great. Unfortunately, we don't get to bank off that draw. We do this, though, and we can toss a land. Down to 19. There's another 3. Coming at you for another 4, because we draw 2. Each one is for 2. Decent. No Rielle in play, though. They took care of that. So we may as well play our land, take advantage of it through the crab. And they're down to 9. Let's hit them for the flex. We are down to 30, so I think we have the advantage within the mill. Song of Creation and the Tutelage should win us the game, though. Alright, we lose Creation. Nice. Tutelage can still win us the game. Crab dies. I can't believe they didn't kill Tutelage. Interesting. Very much so. They're gonna... Well, they only have 3. Or they're casting their Serpent. It does have Flash. And they can return it to their hand for 2. By exiling our graveyard. Which is fine. Right, I don't think I mind that. Do you guys mind that? We're okay with it, right? Oh, the land off the top sucks. It's something. That's something, right? We're moving on. They're down to 5. They've got to make something work with their graveyard and library. Or 20 life. 27 cards. It's another mill. Let's toss the passage. Boom! And we do get a nice little win, finally. We go first. We have a Tutelage in hand. I guess that makes everything worthwhile, right? Yorion, so... You know, it's not rogues, I guess. Just another busted card. $20,000 to buy a yacht named Yorion, I learned the other day. Oh my lord. That guy is barreling towards it too. I can't wait to see. You know, I'm tempted just to get in on that as well. We should cast Rielle, but I have tremors against, you know, pulling the right card next. We'll toss a Force to the grave. That helps Rielle. The thing is, the discard from the Tutelage is good with Rielle in play already. But if we're looking to go for our Song of Creation, then we want the Tutelage in before that. So, you know, it's a little bit of an awkward sequencing, but we'll get there. And we don't pull it, so, you know, we should have went the other way, but it's a risk I like to always make. We have the land ready, though. We're gonna rip with this Channeled Force if we can't get it, and if Rielle survives here, we're good to go. I also kind of like to leave Rielle enter last. Oh, maybe we should just play another Tutelage. Right? We'll take the draw through Rielle here. So she needs to survive one more turn. We're being greedy. We're being so greedy. And we played a land, so let's toss a land. Not that it matters. So our opponent's milling 4. We get to draw, and then we'll mill for another 4. Lots of removal. Let's just hit the sorcery up, spend our mana effectively. Well, let's take that crab, right? It's a great way to pull it. No attacks. Moment of the Sun on our end step. I don't really mind. They need a red source for Transmogrify, if that's where they're headed. And they're just out of there. Good game. Well, this is a bad hand, but we do go first, which I like, so... You know, we'll wing it. This is going to need to be a island for Rielle as a priority. Looking to pull an island or a forest. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. We're gonna have to pay life for the smashing if we want Rielle out. Still worth it. That sucks. Probably taking Song of Creation. This card gets exiled as well, so... big bummer. You know, Rielle is the obvious choice because we're dropping it next turn, but Song of Creation is, like, real good. Right? The biggest thing is they get access to knowing our whole game plan. Which hurts. It's not a good feeling. Let's cast Channeled Force out. Helps our Raptor. We can pull an island, I guess. Hopefully that doesn't punish us. To play it safe, we would have went with See the Truth. They only have 4 cards in hands, and it's hand hate. It is hand hate. Wow. We have to keep See the Truth. Very nice. Luckily, we have Rielle, and we get to discard, so that draws them right back. And, you know, still not getting our Song of Creation in play, which is hurtful. We could cycle it and try to find another land. I think that's a good play. Nope. Yeah, we get it. Nice. We get to hit for 3 here. Building up our hand for a Channeled Force if we can't get our Song of Creation out. Just trying to make sure that we never miss our land drops. That's the most important thing, always. They take their turn going into our graveyard. Do they get the removal? They do. Bummer. That's alright, we have a replacement. We can pull a land here. You know, getting through our library faster. Not missing the land drop. And now Rielle's in play as well. So same play line. We just get to push through our library a little faster. We're looking for a pathway. It's our turn. Interesting. Let's take the hit. This is perfect. We're paying 2. We're drawing 2. We're hitting the Paragon that would block us, and we're discarding the Channelers, keeping the Song in hand. Looking for a forest. There it is with the passage. Beautiful. We get a crab too. And we get our hit in. And that's a very good game. 3-game win streak, clawing up. Well, I mean, the land is great. And we get a Channeler. We have See the Truth to pull Rielle. Song of Creation is in the banks. But where's the crabs? We just had a game playtesting this deck. Turn 4 mil. We have... Oh, that's what I'm talking about. These things have an almost seemingly magnetic pull to the top of your library. It's worse than Bone Crusher Giant's pull. The weight on this card is light. Like, I don't know. They need to digitally weigh this down. The atomic weight of Rune Crab is far too light, and it just sifts its way to the top of the library when you shuffle. I'm sure of it. That's how it happens, man. I mean, obviously, it's a digital good, but everything has an atomic weight. Somehow, like... There's electrons associated with this Rune Crab. And they're lighter electrons than the Magmatic Channelers. That's why it goes to the top. I'm sure of it. I'm telling you guys. Don't make me get my tinfoil hat out. I'll do it. One borrower coming at us, and I think we flexing with the crab. Woo! Right? Get after it. Cultivate, yeah. Go ahead and ramp. I can't wait to see your Genesis Ultimatum. If they pull a mountain here, I'm gonna throw up. They do. Just taking it slow. Oh. Stop it. For anybody interested, this is just a herbal therapy. A little bit of lavender in there. Helps get my lungs going. Look into it. It's good for you. Let's toss the island. I'm sure we pull a land here, and then we're playing from our library, not our hands. How's it gonna be? Basically, just throwing a land for a land. Picking our crab mill. They're probably not countering us. So let's just do our sorcery speed, and then we'll hold up removal. I don't want to play creation, because there could be a counter, so the more spells we can play before the creation, the better. Huh. What if I want them both? You know what I mean, right? What if I want them both? We gotta play it smart. Turn on the sirens, baby. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. I'm gonna step on them. We do have removal. Not on that. Nice, brah. Real original. In all honesty, do we have a couple of copies in our deck? No, we don't. Even we're being more sensible than that. A little greedy. It's a little greedy. Nothing special. They are at 26. That's going to be our only chance is a big mill. 1, 2, 3. So if we should have kept a land. Oh my god. Because we can double drop a land. So we have to pull a land off the top here, hopefully. It's a big shark, man. Cool, bro. Double terror. Rock and roll, man. I mean, whatever. Did they just hammer them all in on the crab? No, they go all over the place. Oh, and a henge they got. Original. I don't know why they just wouldn't have dealt it all to me. Right, they missed out on like 10 damage. And now, I can't attack actually, so that's the thing, but... They're down to 17, but we lost our crab. The crab on the Song of Creations would have been nice. We could have had 6 land there, or another 6. Taking them to an 11. Plus we would have had 3 mana. Oh, that's just like a massive hit, isn't it? Oh, because it created a 3/3 shark. I was like, why did that deal damage from Fertile Footsteps? Alright, this match is over, but... we'll try our best. Creation and play. If they had a negate in hand, I would die. We would get totally farmed. We draw 2 cards here, which is nice. So we get a mill for 4. We already double played our lands, and there's no crab for the passages to really be of use. There could be a petty theft. No. So we draw 3. That's a mill for 6. We still don't get it. We get close, but we don't get it. So close. I mean, we have a channeled force ready to rip, so... you know, close, but... look what we were playing against, right? It is what it is. They could have already killed us with missed damage, but, I want to get away! It's still better than playing rogues. Alright, so the Miller works, obviously. We have perfected this deck, I think. We're getting really close to having it be, you know, super competitive within Mythic. And I don't know what it is with the Rune Crab. It is always in the opening hand or your top 5 of draws. Like, that card is around. I've never pulled a card more consistently in my entire life than Bone Crusher Giant until Rune Crab, right? It is absolutely dominating my opening hands, and I love it, right? So, really good stuff within the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Of course, as always, I do read them all. I try to engage with the ones that I have time for, because those notifications are always there, right? So again, thank you all for your recent support on the channel. It's been amazing, you know, watching the videos, giving those thumbs up, sharing it out to your friends. It's all great ways to help me grow, and you know, those views mean a lot to us creators, you guys. You have no idea the work that we put in every single day, and you know, almost how little we're rewarded. So at this point, I'm working more than I did as a full-time engineer, receiving far less, but I'm enjoying myself to a far greater extent, which, you know, compounded over time, I think is the main goal. And, you know, I have all of you guys to thank for that. So again, unlimited gratitude coming your way from me. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, and we'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.